Herbert Robert William Hennis, aka Owen Reed. If you don't know why there's two names, just go to my first video, like, subscribe, please. It just helps me get a little more reach, and I've only got about 20 to go to get to 100 viewers. Beyonce, look out! Oh, sorry, I haven't shaved. Hangover from the grand final. Sorry, Bunnies. It was a good game. Good game. Everyone had their chances. Bunnies lost. Meh. At least a friggin' storm wasn't there. Anyway. Whoa. Anyway, look, it's been a big week, I guess. And the poo's gone, and now the smell's leaving the room. John Barilaro, Deputy Premier, off. He knows the writing's on the wall. They don't know this stuff, and I've known about this stuff for ages. They've got inside information. They've got behind-the-scenes information. He knows he's gone. And a bit of a rumour, Mr. Barilaro might have a baby somewhere. Just saying. See what happens. Bit of a rumour. See what happens. You know? So first I just want to address, like, God, the old sports thing. Don't read your own press. You know? Don't. I get people saying, you know, if you didn't swear, Owen, a lot more people would watch your videos. And I get this weird feeling like I'm not doing them so a lot more people will watch them. I hope the whole world watches them. It's got nothing to do with me. But that's not why I'm doing them. That's just what happens, you know, ripple. You know, and I've got lots of people writing saying, we really like the fact that it's not gratuitous swearing. You know, it's from you. It feels like it has passion in it. That's right. I'm not. There's a woman that I told you does a takeoff of Romeo George's, and she just swears, and it sounds fake and false, and it is, and she's just doing it. You know, I'm not a survivor or a victim of child sexual abuse. I'm not. I'm here. It's gone. I was involved in it back in Sydney at the home and down the south coast. You know? So when I get involved in this stuff, and particularly pedophilia, which really gets my goat, it's one of the most hideous crimes. No, it's the most hideous crime on the face of the planet. There's nothing else. Defenceless children. The rape of defenceless children. Some of them are babies, 2-3 months old. You understand what goes on here. And I know it's uncomfortable, unsavoury, unpleasant. I understand all the uns. But that doesn't mean it doesn't exist or it's not happening in large amounts right around the world. In fact, it's the biggest industry on the face of the planet. It's child trafficking. Oh, God. What? And this is the world we live in. You can't say it's a beautiful world. It's just ugly. It's ugly. And until this evil's rooted out, it will remain ugly. So understand, if you don't like the video, go past. Somebody watched it and somebody wrote to me and said, wow, that was awesome. And that's all I need, that one person. It wasn't for you, right? It wasn't for you. I'm not doing this so you'll feel good. I'm not going to say, oh, I won't swear because you might be offended. If you're offended, right, live for long, you know. I love watching Billy Connolly, and they said Billy Connolly's one of those guys who could go on stage, swear his head off, and every grandmother wanted to take him home for a cup of tea. You know, it's how you interpret it. If you've got shit going on in your own head, right, and your own heart or whatever, you deal with that. Don't ask me why I swear. Ask why you're offended. You know, that's the biggest thing. You know, deal with your own shit. Anyway, there you go. Dominic Perrottet, whatever, the pair of tits, he's going to be the next Premier. We know this. It's writings on the wall. It's been planned. There's a very careful takeover. It's been planned for some time, you know. This is how it's going. Victoria's fallen. We know that. If you think they're going to give you Freedom Day and relax the rules and do all sorts of things, you're full of shite. Politicians don't give or don't gain power and then give it away. They just don't do it. This is a plan. It has to go to its end. It has to reach its fruition. And no matter what they tell you, it's lies and lies and lies. This is all part of social conditioning. This is all what they do when they do a PSYOP. Take, give, take, give, take, give, take, give. It's a process. Keep the people guessing. Change the rules, change the rules, change the rules. Masks on, masks off, this and that. Always rules. People are going to go look up rules. People are arguing about rules. You can't cross bloody local area things. You can only do this, but only if you're visiting a baby, provided only got one arm. And if your mother's lost an eye, fallen off a tree, you can go and see her, but only if she's married to a guy called Bob. People are arguing about shit. They don't know. And that's the whole purpose of PSYOP. That's what it does. So Dom Perrottet, he's going to be made out by the media to be just a lovely guy. Now, I did see a thing, I tried to put it on here. I was going to read it to you about a speech he made, that he wrote, and it was brilliant. If I'd have written it, I'd have been very happy about how the people have been ruled by the elite and they need better, etc., etc., etc. And I was thinking, man, this guy doesn't sound like the guy I think he is. But it's carefully planned. John Perrottet belongs to a very, very highly secretive order within the Catholic Church, right? Opus Dei. Now, Opus Dei believe they are God's elite. And I mean this, God's elite on earth, highly, with strategic links to the Vatican. They've been exposed in the past for child trafficking and sexual abuse, horrendous crimes against children. Dom Perrottet belongs to this. In fact, he's not just belong to it. He is what they call, get this, numerarios. He's high up in the elite. He's high up with them. It's not a conspiracy theory. You can go and look up Opus Dei, D-A-I. You go and look it up. That's what it is. They honestly believe anybody outside of that group is unclean, ungodly. Don't worry about Islam, I think. These guys are much, much worse. These are the blokes that helped George Pell walk free. He had to go through a little bit, but they had his back. He had to go free. He'd been involved with the child trafficking, trust me, and they had to help him out, and they did. They got him there. That's why these people are behind the scenes. Within the Catholic Church, they're in higher positions within our legal system. That's why pedophilia gets such leniency or is never ever charged or never followed up. That's why you haven't got pedophiles, you haven't got pedophile registers, you haven't got pedophiles walking around with ankle bracelets. Although if you haven't had an injection of something we don't know anything about for disease with a 99% recovery rate, with a 0.004% chance of contracting into a major disease, hell help you, you can't go anywhere. But these people can. They can roam the streets. They can go in and out of any frigging cafe. You wouldn't even know if they went to your school. You'd think it was a father picking up a kid. You wouldn't even know. They have no contact tracing for whatsoever. These are the ones with the link to Hillsong with Brian Houston. I've got a video, it's an audio actually, of a guy who claims sincerely that he was involved in the making of child pornography underneath Hillsong. Not my words, his. And believe me, his description is, wow. It is, oh man, it's bad. It's just so bad. Frank, his father, Frank Houston, God knows how many bloody children that he raped. When Brian found out, he got called before, he sent Dad up to Hawkesbury, didn't tell them up there that Dad was a rapist and how many kids he raped, we don't know. He went off to Hawkesbury, God knows how many he raped up there. Brian took over the church. When Dad died, everybody, collective sigh of relief, had a big service out at Hillsong. Hallelujah, praise you, Jesus, praise you, Jesus. The king is dead, Yeah. I thought they were fine, but darkness gets exposed by light all the time. He gets called before the Royal Commission into child sexual abuse. So what does he do? He hides behind the church. He said, well, the teaching of the church is if a brother sins, you go to him and you correct him. And if he doesn't follow correction, you bring the elders in and they deal with the situation. He said, that's what I did. I went to Dad, I said, you got to stop raping children. And then I went and told the elders, and that was it. That's job done. Hands up. Job done. Not to do with me. Yeah, he's been raping children and he didn't go to the police. I wouldn't care if it was my own son or my own father. Wouldn't care. You get involved in shit, I'll be off to the cops in a quick flash, But it explains his testimony, why he did this. And then what happens? He gets charged. Took 10 years for the police commissioner, who's also involved in this and goes to his church. 10 years. Go and look at Gabby Chung's posts. Gabby Chung. G-A-B-B-I. Gabby Chung. Check her out. Knows all about it. Great woman. Firecracker. As soon as he got wind that he had no choice but to charge him because the evidence was mounting, PM told him. On the plane, off to Texas. And he left. He left the country. Go and look up AYSE, Ace Goknur, Goknur, Chanel. Go and look her up on Facebook. Amazing woman, amazing woman. All our top legal identities are involved in this. It's all about the children. I've said this over and over and over. When it finally gets exposed and you know what's going on, you're going to be shocked. Oh, you won't be shocked. You drop dead out of horror what has been going on right under your very nose. But anyway, Dominic Perrottet has got links to all sorts of things. You know, these are, as I said, WA is about to fall. The legislation they passed over there and in South Australia, the world is talking about. They've never seen this kind of invasion of privacy that's about to be unleashed in these countries because Australia is a test case. We're out in the middle of nowhere. We don't have, like Europe, with other countries around us to support us. We're not like America, who's huge with unarmed and with armed citizens and many, many states who are for and against, but mostly against. We don't have that. We're like in our own little island sea, unarmed and unprotected. These states have fallen, and the premiers are lining up with this. They're not backing down. They're all in this together, this shit show. So let's just see what happens over the next few days. Let's see if the media starts their squeaky clean campaign telling you how good Dominic Perrottet is. You know? In the meantime, just remember, the lights are going to dim. They're going to get quite dark. There's going to be the biggest shit show coming, and it's right on our doorstep very, very soon. If you think that's not the case, scroll past. Nothing to see here. Get on with your life. Go and buy your veggies and go home and watch bloody, Gogglebox or whatever. It's not up to you, But understand, no matter what happens, we're going to stay fighting. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. There's millions of us. We're fighting and you just don't get it, and that's fine. If you do, you do. But don't worry about whether I swear. It wasn't for you. The person I swore at, that person, they're like, yeah, good on you, bloke. That's the way. I'm just me. That's it. Nothing important. I'm not anybody. Yeah, I'm a painter. Yeah. Oh, hang on, that's the thing. Yeah, you didn't give information as to the doctors. Oh, right, yeah, right. Well, all these doctors like Tess Laurie or Peter McCulloch, Malone, name 50. World Alliance of Doctors, America's Frontline Doctors, Australian Medical COVID Network, all these people. They're all offline. And because they're offline, they're derided. I'm not going to bother with you. I'll only tell you what they said. It's not Owen Reed said anything. I'm just telling you what they said. You don't like it? Move along. You want to deflect and go with your little cognitive dissonance? That's entirely up to you. Look it up. That's what you're involved in. You can't accept the facts. You can't accept the truth. You have to try to negate it. You've got no choice. Because to accept what they're saying and to look at this stuff and go, whoa. I've had medical people look at this stuff and absolutely change their course, 180 degrees, and just go, what the hell? If we don't know this stuff, we're not allowed to know this stuff, we've never seen this stuff, what is this stuff? And you show them and they're just shocked, absolutely shocked. So it's not me, this is some incredible scientist explaining it. I can't understand half what they're saying, but these people do. And they're shocked. Anyway. Have a beautiful day. It's about 24 degrees. I've already done some work. I'm going to go do some more. And I love you all. Thank you for the support and encouragement. It's great. Like, subscribe, help me out. And we'll catch you in I don't know. Who knows what might happen tonight? We win. Don't worry about it. We'll get there eventually. Okay? Love you all.